Our first guest tonight is an Emmy Award-winning actor you know from films such as Field of Dreams, Goodfellas, and No Sudden Move. He stars in the highly anticipated Sopranos prequel, The Many Saints of Newark, which will be released simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max on October 1st. Let's take a look.
I'll tell you, Dick, it's paradise over there. On the one hand, you can't believe the beauty. On the other hand, they don't even have toilets. I told you, Subpoena, that you're gonna live the life of a proud American lady. And I'm gonna have my second set of children with you. And they'll be deluged with a life that they could never even imagine over there. Like you were, Dick, as a kid. These will be your brothers and sisters.
Please welcome to the show, Ray Liotta. Hey.
How are you, man?
Nice to see you again. How you doing?
It's been a while.
It has been a long, long time. Come on up.
And we're supposed to fake that there's people here?
We got no. We're not gonna. We're just gonna be honest and say there's nobody here.
I like it without.
You do. Interesting.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. Less pressure, less, if you're saying something, there's a joke, there is no joke. If they're not laughing, I don't know.
I do. It is a far more natural conversation without an
Totally.
audience.
That beats us.
This is.
That's being just.
I want to ask. I'm so excited about this movie. I've heard great things. Have you seen it yet?
I have.
You have. And are you happy with it?
I am. It takes me a while though when I to watch a movie that I'm in because I'm just looking at so many different things. And
Are you very hard on yourself?
I don't watch.
You don't like to watch yourself?
Yeah, no. There's certain movies. This I really wanted to see. There's other directors that I worked with that obviously I wanted to see. But in general, I probably only see less than half.
Now, later on, if you're in a movie that you don't see and you run into, say, the director, do you admit to them that you have not ever seen the movie?
No. Well, we would have gotten a good laugh.
Yeah, right.
We need them there.
There you go. We'll make it
Put
sound
it
good
in.
later.
I would probably avoid seeing the director or just say, nah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure.
This has been, you have kind of been dancing around the Sopranos world for a while. Like a lot of, I think part of it is people always wanted to see you in it because, Goodfellas is this iconic, film that's in the same world. I think maybe 27 actors in Goodfellas then went on to be in The Sopranos. It's some crazy number. And David Chase did approach you about a part in The Sopranos back when the show was on TV.
Yeah, I was in Virginia doing Hannibal, and he came. He took a train out. We had lunch, and they started telling me about the part, and I said, nah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll let you know. And for who's the guy that got it?
Joey Pants?
Yeah. Thank you. Joey Pants got it and won an Emmy. So I made the good move for him and the right move for me.
And now you find your way into the film. David Chase, I love watching David Chase do interviews. I'm fascinated to watch him talk. He seems very serious. Is he fun to work with?
Huh. I don't know if fun's the word, but you're in really good hands if things are going south.
Right.
He's just, what I really liked about him, he's just very intense and knows what he wants, knows what he likes, and is not afraid to say it.
I'm assuming The Sopranos was a show that you watched, and like everybody who was involved in the show and now who's involved in the movie, you want to be careful with something that has, is so well respected and so well loved. Do you feel like everybody on set knew they were sort of not messing with, but had to be delicate with this beloved show?
I never really watched it.
You didn't watch The Sopranos? Okay, go on.
No, the few episodes in the beginning, but at that time I just wasn't into sitting home and watching television. You're out doing stuff. So, I saw episodes and I said, wow, this is really good. Every now and then you're flicking and there's a episode that's on. But no, I'm not. Yeah, I will eventually.
Okay, good. Well, now the good news is since this is a prequel, you can watch it in order.
Well, that's the other thing. It didn't matter, and I didn't have to sound like anybody because where some people, some of the audience, some of the people in our show go on to be on the series.
So in the clip, we saw Alessandro, how do you say his last name?
Nivola.
Nivola. You know, I heard there's a fight in the film, and obviously when actors fight, you try to be very careful not to actually make
think
contact.
somebody would want to be very careful.
Yeah, but I heard Alessandro clipped you a little bit.
He did. He did. And I understand exactly where he was coming from. This is like a nice shot for him, and he wants to make it as real as possible. But he got a little sloppy.
So he hits you, and then I heard you didn't let him off the hook. You made him sweat it a little bit.
So he called, found out see how I was doing, and I went on the phone. I said, "Not very good, Jimmy." What? I said, "You broke my jaw," and he really thought that I kept it going. And he, "Oh my God, Ray, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." But he didn't break it, but it was good to make him sweat a little.
Yeah. I think that's absolutely right. Hey, so we last worked together. I think it's maybe the last time I saw you, 2003.
That's what, yeah. So
2003, in this building, you hosted SNL, and I was actually texting with my friend Rachel Dratch today, which is why it's funny to see you, because this was maybe, for me, the most memorable sketch you did in the show. This was a kid's show, and over the course of the summer, Rachel Dratch was a kid who became maybe a little bit more of a woman, and you were, there was a lot of dancing in the sketch.
Yeah.
You were a
kid show.
It was a kid show.
Kid show.
You were the guy who played the dinosaur, and you would not stand for it.
Well, I got the cigarette in my mouth now and a drink, so that we've taken a break. I think Jimmy was the director, and I'm upset. Look at her. How could you have her like dancing like that? Because when she danced, things
things happen.
Go.
Yeah.
and they went. It was a really good.
I thought it was
Tina Fey wrote that. Were you part of that?
I was only just to watch and enjoy it, but I thought it was an excellent use of Ray Liotta. Hey, congrats on the movie. I'm so excited to see it. There have been very few movies I've been anticipating this much, and it's just great to see you again.
No, good. I hope you don't disappoint.
The Many Saints of Newark is in theaters and on HBO Max on October 1st.